how would you describe this particular film? Rebellious, edgy?
Well, obviously it's much darker than the other films. We do say that every year, but as the books get darker, so the films have to. So no, it's a very dark film. It is on an emotional level. It's a lot deeper, I think, than possibly others have been. So it's no, I mean, I think it's in many ways a much more adult film for that people will watch. I think it'll be greatly appreciated by adults and teens as well as young kids.
A lot of people were really anticipating the big on-screen kiss.
Yes.
And I just read an interview that was in the Evening Standard yesterday with Katie talking about how nervous she was about it. Can you tell me, in your own words, sort of when you guys were filming that kiss? Because I read her side, and I wanted to see what your experience was like.
Well, I mean, I think it was. I think it was probably rather similar in that we were both probably quite nervous for the first few takes, and then after that, it didn't really matter anymore, and we were just sort of completely fine with it, and we were just professional about it, I suppose. It just didn't really bother us after that.
Did David kind of clear out the set?
He sometimes they do a closed set, which means that basically anybody who doesn't have to be on set isn't, and so they did that for that take, which was quite cool because I think he knew we were both nervous, so that was good. Yeah.
Cool. So you were a little bit nervous about that?
I was a little bit nervous, but I don't really know why, because it is just like any other scene when you think about it.
Was it kind of maybe because people were asking about it and talking about it so much?
It was probably the fact that it was hyped up a little bit, yes.
Right on. All right, so you started the series at age 11, and we're just wondering how you have done such a good job of avoiding all the trappings of kind of scandal and things like that.
Well, I mean, the thing is that people, for every one child actor that sort of is viewed as going off the rails, there are quite a few who've really done fantastically. I mean, Christian Bale and Jodie Foster and Tobey Maguire, Elijah Wood, Christina Ricci, to name but a few. They've all done amazingly well, and they all started when they were all pretty young. And so it's them that I look up to rather than other people who might have gone off the rails slightly.
What's it been like for you? You've been working on this series for so many years. You still don't know how it's going to end. Is that bizarre?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I really, really want to know. I really want to know. I can't wait for the book to be released. It's so oh my god, it just feels like forever. I can't I'm counting the days. Jesus, so yeah.
Do you have any predictions?
I really couldn't say. I don't know. I have a really horrible feeling Harry might die. I really have a really horrible feeling he might die. But hopefully Voldemort with him, so...
So what do you think it is that keeps the fans coming back and so enthralled with the Harry Potter series?
I guess just that we're always growing and changing, and they keep getting better, and people just love the stories, I guess, so yeah.
Good. So for you started so young when you first started on these films, and what's so amazing to us, especially as Americans, we look at you and the others and think, wow, you guys are so grounded. And so for you, how have you avoided you kind of became famous at a young age? How have you avoided the scandals that some other actresses like Lindsay Lohan and stuff haven't?
I guess just my family are kind of strict, and they kind of just keep me really grounded and really kind of sane, and I go back to school, I have a really normal life, I take public transport, I just generally just live a normal life when I'm not here, so I've just really tried to maintain that really hard, to try and maintain that, as sometimes it's hard, but yeah.
Do you manage still to have fun and be social and go out?
Yeah, no, I do. That's something again that I have to fight for and make time for, but I do, yeah.
Quite a frightening time at Hogwarts this time around, and because Voldemort's coming back, and everyone's a little bit on edge, and no one really trusts Harry. Then this sort of evil ministry teacher comes in, Umbridge, and sort of takes over and bans all the magic, and there's quite a lot going on in this one. It's just really good.
Why do you think that your fans and the fans of Harry Potter are still enthralled after all these series?
Well, I think the books really do most of that, because they're so popular sort of everywhere, really, and I think that's sort of and the films, have to stay really faithful to the books, and the films seem to be getting sort of better and better as they go along, so it's good.
Is it bizarre to you that you've been working on these films for so long and you still don't know how it's going to end?
Yeah, no, it is quite weird. Yeah, I'm really keen to see what happens in the final book. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Do you have your own predictions about what's going to happen?
Not really. I mean, I've heard a lot of other people's sort of things, and a lot of people say that Harry's going to die, and I don't know. We have to wait and see. I think.
What about Ron?
Yeah, it's possible. I think anyone really could go in this one. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think. Yeah, we'll just have to wait.
You were so young when you started working on the Harry Potter series, and you've done such a good job of keeping, good reputation. How have you avoided all the trappings of sort of, becoming famous at a young age and avoiding scandals, kind of unlike some American stars like Britney Spears?
I don't know really. I think because we come from quite normal backgrounds, and I don't know. We've all got good families, so I think that helps. But I don't know. I don't know. We've just sort of stayed out of trouble, so it's good.
Do you manage to still have some fun?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, the last few years have just been wicked. They've been really fun. Yeah.